All right, good evening, everyone. So today, in today's stream, we will be looking at adding a loading spinner to the blog. I know it's um, not really an important matter. Like when you click on the blog and when you click on one of the blog items, it opens almost instantly, right? Well, that's what I thought until this morning. So I was on the train going to work, and I was just testing my website on a train network, like on the trains, especially in the UK. Um, you don't get good signal because you have tunnels. You go through like rural areas where there are not many houses available. So like the cell tower companies or they didn't put enough cell towers maybe. Anyway, the signal's not good in general. You get lots of latency, and most of the time you get 1 bar or 2 bars when you're in a train. And when you enter the tunnel, it's almost always lost. So I was having this weird like latency latency issue. So I'm gonna try and simulate this in Google Chrome so I can show you the issue, what the problem is. So let's introduce the latency monster. All right. I think I've done this in one of my streams, right? It adds a 3 second latency, which is quite common. Actually, yeah, that's quite common when you're in a train. 3 second latency because you go through a tunnel, and when you're going through the tunnel, you have lots of latency on your side, right? Okay, so let's see if we can just work with the latency monster in here. All right, let's turn on the latency monster and let's click on one of the items. It stays blank for a while, right? And then it loads. And these images, they don't load until some time passes, right? Each image takes like 3 seconds to load, or all of these things take 3 seconds to load. Yeah. So that's the problem. So when we go to another blog, you'll see it's going to be empty for a while, and then the signature is going to pop up, and then the text. So I think the best thing for us to do in this case is to have some sort of loading bar or loading indicator to show that the website is actually loading. Um, so in this stream, I'm thinking about maybe I can add a loading component that looks exactly like this. I can copy this. This looks perfectly viable and it looks fine. So I think I'm gonna add this as a component to my website. Um, and I'm gonna display this instead when the blog is just loading. Instead of showing a null component, I'm just gonna show a loading spinner, and when it's loaded, I'm gonna swap it with the blog. Right. So let's get started with that. There's an example that we can use in here, so we can try this one ourselves. You can specify the size, which is fine, and it's just a style that you assign to what? A div. So this is just a div with some style. Okay, that's quite easy to do. So to do that, we're going to go to our source directory under source, we have components. And in here we have utils. This is not really a component, right? I don't know. Yeah, we can put this under the util folder in here. So I'm going to copy heading, which is our simplest component, and I'm going to paste it under the util folder. Come on, paste it. Okay, maybe I haven't been able. Maybe I didn't copy it. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to call it loading indicator. Yep, that's right. Okay, let's add this to Git, and let's change all of the names. Well, this is gonna have its own SAS file. I'm not sure if unstyled link has its own SAS file. Let's go and check. Yeah, it does. Okay, let's create a new folder in here called utils, and I'm gonna move unstyled links SAS file in there too. This is gonna complain now. Why though? Oh, it shouldn't anymore. Wow. What? Oh, heading module.sas is not found. Oh yeah, it's not found because we haven't changed it, obviously. This one. So we're going to create a new SAS file in here. You can just copy and just paste it in here. We can call it just loading indicator module.sas. All right, and we can import this in here from the utils folder. So instead of heading, we're going to say loading indicator. Right, that should work. Loading indicator.module.sas, loading indicator.module.sas. Yeah, that seems like it's working. That seems like the correct directory, to be fair. Let's go to oh, you have to go up twice. That's why. Let's go up once more. Dot and /. Alright, that works. We don't know what to import from here, so let's leave that blank. Let's remove these things because we're not going to use them. Let's replace this h2 with just a div. And it's not gonna, well, we're not gonna pass it anything, right? Well, at least for now. So let's leave this part blank as well. Cool. We're not passing it anything, no prop types for now. As we can get rid of these things, we can replace this with, let's select both of them. Loading, oh, not caps lock, loading indicator. Okay, right. And now we can copy and paste these styles. So there's this thing that we're going to use, which is a CSS file, and we can convert it to SAS by just doing this. All right. Well, let's add a blank line to the end of the file, and loading indicator. We're gonna add loader. I'm gonna rename this, or I could just do spinner. Yeah, I'm gonna rename it as spinner. Spinner is a better name. You don't need to import this in here. Right, that looks good. And we're gonna assign it to, oh, we have to get these things too. Okay, this is the style sheet. Oh no. No. Oh no. Copy. Yeah. I don't know how you can convert these things to SAS. Yeah, okay, let's use the CSS to SAS converter on these things. We had I remember bookmarking it in some way. So SAS, yes, that's it. And in the meanwhile, let's try CSS to SAS. This doesn't seem to be working anymore. Well, this one's taken down, so we are gonna look for alternatives. Oh yeah, that works. Cool. So we're gonna paste this in here, and we're gonna say convert. This is SAS and SCSS. This is SCSS. This is not exactly what I want, but I can copy this and I can say SCSS to SAS converter. Something's gonna come up, right? SAS Monster. Well, I don't know how to use this. Go back. This is not SAS. Can I get, oh, you can select. Oh, great. Okay, didn't know this. All right, so in this website, you can select if you want SAS or, okay, so this is the SAS version, right? I'm gonna copy this, gonna paste this in here, so it picks up the spin tag from there, right? You can get rid of this, get rid of that, make it a bit more cleaner. That looks okay for now, and we're gonna assign it to this div. So this div is gonna get a class name, and this class name is gonna be spinner. Let's clean this up. I think we can use this now. Okay, let's go to the blog post item. And in the blog post item, we should have the markdown file. Yeah. Okay, so this is where things get a bit more difficult. I have to remember how I created these things. It's been a while. When did I do this? Has it been a month? Maybe not, but annotate. Oh yeah, it's been 2 months. All right, okay, it's been a while, right? Oh wow, okay. Well, yeah, I don't remember how to use these things. So when I enter the component, I scroll to the top, I set the theme, and I set the post to response, and this post is used where? It's in here. Oh, okay. What is the post at the beginning? It's empty. Right. Can I use like null? Initial state is going to be null. Okay, I'm not sure if this is going to work. Let's go back to the website. Oh, let's disable the latency monster for a sec. Alright, argument must be a string. So this can't be null. Is there something in oh, it has to be this, doesn't it? Right, that works. Okay, so I could check if post is how do you compare strings in JavaScript? Is there something like equals, or just do you just do I don't want this one. I just want to see if yeah. Until you fully understand the so this is how you check if strings are equal. Yeah, that works. I was expecting something like an equals method like Java, but JavaScript and Java are completely different, right? So, well, names are similar. People are going to think I'm a terrible programmer now. I'm not good. I'm not saying I'm good, but like, thanks, guys. Right. So I can do this, and if it's that, and if it's that. Oh, actually. No, there's a better way. There's a better way. There is a better way. I can extract this markdown thing into its own component and then do some magic. I think I'm going to create a new component in here. This could be extracted somewhere else, and I'm gonna use some magic. Oh, let's make this thing work first, right? And then we can think about adding a spinner in another stream. So I'm gonna add some curly brackets in here, and I'm gonna see if post is equals to this, and if it's equal to that, that means it's not loaded yet. I'm gonna show a loading spinner, loading indicator, and if it's not equal to that, then I'm going to show this markdown component. We can move this there. We can clean this up. Oh, what's the problem now? Oh, this has to be a colon. All right. So this should show the loading indicator when there's a huge latency on the website. Have I centered this thing? Height and width is set. Border radius is set. Yeah, margin left and margin right should be auto. All right, let's go to the website. Right. Oh yeah, I briefly saw that. It didn't show up. I probably need to add some animation to it. So let's introduce the latency monster again. See, you see the loading spinner for a bit, and then after it loads, you see the blog. You see the loading spinner for a bit, and then after it loads, you see the website. You see the loading spinner for a bit. Okay, I think you got the point in here. I think we also need to add dark mode support for this spinner, because I'm not sure if it's going to show in the okay, it does. It doesn't look bad, does it? So it just needs to take some more space inside the page. We can do that by adding some padding to it, or we can You know what I could do? Yeah, maybe I can do something like this. Margin bottom. Or can I just do margin auto, and what would that do? Margin left, top, bottom, right, all of those things should be auto. Latency monster is on, the styles should have been refreshed, and now if I go into one of these, now it's, okay, it's refreshing again. No, it didn't do anything. Okay, what if I introduce some additional paddings, like padding top, like 40 viewport height. What does this do? Let's disable the latency monster for a sec. Right, let's go back. Oh, did you see that? It wasn't pretty. Yeah, things that CSS allows you to do. Look at that. That was funny. Okay. Okay, that's not a solution. Can we try margin top, maybe? Maybe that will solve the issue. Let's disable the latency monster once again. Let's refresh the website. Oh yeah, that did solve the issue. It showed itself for a tiny minute. Okay, and we're gonna add some, instead of making this 40 VH, let's make this 20 VH. Let's duplicate this line, maybe change this to bottom. Let's see how this looks. Okay, well, we should refresh the website, right? Let's disable the latency monster, refresh the website, go back to the blog. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that was better. That was better, right? Okay, let's go back and switch to the latency monster again. Maybe the top value should not be that much, but that's just going to be the, we can clean these. How? Oh no, I'm going to change this one to be 15 though. So can I combine these ones too? Nice. Didn't know that was, well, I kind of knew that was possible, but I wasn't paying attention. Sorry guys. That looks better. Okay, latency monster is on. I think this is acceptable. Now we just got to change the color of the spinner to be the same as the blog post buttons, and that's going to be it. That's it. So how can we change the color of that? Okay, so it's coming from here. I'm going to change this to be the same color as the as these ones. So let's see what these things are. So the background of these things are A3. Let's go back. Change these with A3, A3, A3. This has to be what? So that's coming from the buttons, and the buttons are, that was slow. Oh, that looks ugly. Button is 80. Dark mode looks so nice, right? Anyway, let's go back. Let's disable the latency monster. I'm gonna call it the latency monster just for my own entertainment for the rest of the stream. Why not? Okay. Introduce the latency monster once again. That looks good on dark mode. And what about, yeah, I think it looks just fine. We could make it smaller. How does this look on an iPhone? Good. Great, actually. Yeah. Okay, how does it look in another, like, slow? Let's try slow 3G. So the images are coming. Nice, we can make it a tiny bit smaller. And let's make it spin a bit faster. I don't like slow spinners. Ideally, you should not have a loading indicator at all, but in this case, we're optimizing stuff, and this needs to be delivered dynamically, and physically, it's impossible to like get this through faster. It's just text, and I don't know how to compress this any better. Okay, let's inspect once more. Let's introduce the latency monster again. Refresh the site. Oh, I shouldn't have refreshed while the latency monster is on. Okay, disable it. Okay, introduce latency monster once more. Click it. Okay, small spinner. It's spinning faster. Let's see the desktop site again. Go back. Click here. Okay, can we change the thickness now? 16 pixels. Let's make it 12. Disable this thing. Well, what was that, right? Did you see the warp effect? That's cute. Can we actually... What if we change this just for fun? Okay, the rest of the stream will be just for fun. Can we see the effect of this online? Right. Oh, that was interesting. Let's try slow 3G again. Right, border radius has to be 50%, that's for sure. Border top, oh, this is the one. So if we increase this to like 30, and if we decrease this to like, yeah, if we leave it 12, then we're gonna have a warp effect in our border, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. Let's wait for the site to refresh. Oh, come on, go faster. Let's try fast 3G. Did you see that? That looks funny. Alright, I'm gonna show you in the long version. Do you see that? That just looks stupid. It's just like an egg that's spinning with blue ink attached to the top of it. CSS, right? Okay. So these two values need to be the same. Let's make this 12 too, and let's get a perfect circle. Let's disable the latency monster, refresh the website. Okay, that's going to be my spinner. Gonna make it a tiny bit thicker. 14 pixels. What options do I have for border? Well, anyway, doesn't matter really. People must have made some very fancy loading indicators. Let's see the options. Oh, that's cool. Nah, that's cool too. But I still think a spinner is better. No, I don't like that. Yeah, that's fine, but it's more of... No. It looks like it's loading a picture. I'm not loading a picture, I'm loading text. This is the most boring spinner that I've seen in my life now. I think the simple spinner is the best one in here. There are like glowing spinners and like more amazing ones. There are spinners like that look like this, but I think I'm gonna keep it simple. Yeah, that like just having a simple spinner like this is the best bet in here, I think. They are great options, yeah. Oh, that was cool. I like that one too. Anyway, nice. Ooh. Well, yeah, you can go to that website and then you can see all the fancy loading spinners, but I'm gonna pick the most familiar one because I think this one provides the best user experience. I don't want any glowing loading spinners on a blog. The reason why this blog is plain and simple is because like I want to keep it plain and simple. If I wanted to add animations, obviously I can add animations, but I don't want to. I hope you understand. And I think it looks better. Just a simple simple animation like this that does the job and it looks perfectly fine. This is good enough. This is just great, actually. I think I'm gonna add the dark mode support to this thing too. Just change the color when the mode is dark. I'm gonna assign it this color. So when it's dark, I'm gonna have a different spinner. So I'm gonna have something that looks like spinner dark, and gonna have we're gonna have spinner light, and spinner light's gonna be this. Alright, and gonna import these styles too. Loading indicator. Actually, I'm just gonna say light and dark. So this is gonna be light, this is gonna be dark. We're gonna pass some style into this, so we're gonna have probe types. You know what? I'm gonna import these things from the heading. This is easier to do. Just gonna copy this, paste it in here. Let's copy this, paste there, there, there. Get rid of this. If you have a boolean and it's not really required, this is gonna be boolean. This is gonna be called is dark. Is dark again. What's wrong with this? Oh, it's not used. Yeah, obviously we haven't used it yet. Is dark. It's appropriate that it's passed. You're gonna add the back quotes in here. Oh, fine. $sign spinner. Let's remove this one. And then we're also gonna have another JavaScript tag which queries for is dark. If it's dark, then just use the dark mode. If it's not dark, then do light. No. Sometimes autocompletion is not as useful as you might think sometimes. Anyway, now we go back to the blog post. In here, we're gonna supply is dark. Disable Latency Monster. Go back to the blog. Enable Latency Monster again. And now you should see the color change. Yeah, that looks like a better color. It's just that the thickness is not. Yeah, this is 12, right? This should be 12. Oh no, this should be 12 too. All right. Oh wow, this takes a while. Right, it doesn't need to download 1.3 megs just to display this website, probably. It downloads the homepage, right? That's why it takes so long. Yeah, that's why it takes so long. It downloads all the required libraries and stuff. Because, like, this is just the blog page. Come on, why does this take 1 meg? Anyway, you see the spinner? Yes, we do. Let's change the background with this, the background of these things as well. So this is an SVG, this is a list item 444. That's our color. That is going to be our color for the background of these things. Right. So I'm gonna move this here. And I'm gonna duplicate this and move that one there. Get rid of this. This is gonna be 444. Nah, no way that's gonna work. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if this works. I saw some sort of spinner. Well, we certainly made a mistake. Oh, so this needs to be specified before that one. So, oh, okay, order matters in this case. Right, gotcha. 7404. Right, so CSS order does matter when you're doing stuff with borders. That looks great. And this looks good too. Nice. I'm not too fussed about, like, I don't really care about adding a transition to this, but just for engineering excellence, let's do, let's add some transitions for this one, because why not? Did we add some transition utilities into our util SAS in here? Animation timer, wet picker. No. So I'm gonna find one of the components that we did animations for. Well, it's mostly the blog post stuff, right? Yeah. So we can copy these things, go back, and I'm gonna add them here. Let's select all of these. Color transition duration. So where does this come from? Animation timer. We're gonna copy this, come back here, paste this in. This probably comes from up one level, if I would guess. Okay, up one. We're in the utils, in the components folder, and up one we're in style sheets. We go to utils. Yeah, it should be this one. Why isn't it picking it up? Right, we are definitely in the wrong place. Age of Empires 3. Ah. Alright, not good. So we can go to components from here. So we're there somehow? Uh-huh. I believe we can go to utils folder from here. No suggestions. Okay, what does this give me? Where is this file? Okay, we're in the utils folder. If you go up by one, we go to components, right? Yes, we do. And if we go up by one again, we are in here, and then we go animation timer. Cool, we got the animation timings in. Now that these things are filled in, we're not doing the color animations, we're doing border animations. I wonder if we can do this transition now, online. Latency Monster once more. Oh yeah, it does change color. Okay, well that's it for this stream. We have managed to complete all of the tasks. And now let's try and see if there are any errors popping up. Okay, no errors. Let's see the console. Nothing. Yep, you're online. Great, works great. Now, only thing that I'm wondering about is why is this website 1.3 megs? This is just the blog post with nothing in. I think that's just React. So this is 1.3 kilobytes. 1.1 megs. That's the culprit. There's nothing in here, but bundle.js is taking the whole space of the website. I guess we need to find what this is. What if we go to the home page? Yeah, 1.1 megs. That's too big. What if we go to production? Is that the case in the production site too? So if you click here and then refresh the site, oh, it's not that bad in here. It's just 370 kilobytes. It's okay. It's just the debug version that takes the whole space. What about this one? Oh no, just that part. So this is 396 kilobytes. This should be 373. Okay, that's still okay. That's still manageable. I mean, 370 kilobytes is not that big of a deal. That we don't need to start optimizing this now. Some of it must be coming from the React Markdown component that we have, but I can definitely take a look into this by some bundle analyzer magic, by using some bundle analyzer magic. Okay, that's it for the stream. I'm going to commit these changes and I'm going to deploy them to production. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's commit these changes now, and I'm going to show you the run configurations that I added yesterday to do one-click deployments. Okay, let's go through the changes really quickly. So we've added this. Yes, that's right. Right? Wait, what is this? Oh, we've moved this. Yeah. So we've added that. Yeah, we've changed that. True. We've added these things. That's true as well. Nice. All right, that looks good. That's what we did. I'm eventually going to extract this into its own component, but that's not a crucial issue for now. So I'm not going to do it now. Okay, git commit. What should I say? Added loading indicator for log post git push. Cool. Now that we've done that, we can run the script called deploy. Just going to run this. It's going to build a website and deploy it to Firebase. We've done this in the previous stream, by the way. Let me show you how this works. It just runs npm run script build and then does Firebase deploy. If you want to watch and if you want to see how this works, then just go back and watch my previous stream that comes before this one, or the video on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. So it's deploying the hosting. Nice. Why so many chunk files? Can I change this? Who knows? Who knows, right? There are so many variables that I can change in React. Okay, it's deployed, and if you go to the website now, and go to blog, disable cache. See, the blog, the spinner is there. Great, right? Nice. We have a spinner now. Well, it's quick, I know, but still, we have a spinner that kind of works. Let's try the dark mode one. Yep, that shows. It works great. Last one. Perfect. Okay, that's it for the stream. Thanks for joining if you did, and I will see you in the next one. We have a few more items in the backlog. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more today, but we'll take a look, and if there's a short one that I can complete now, then I will do it. Otherwise, I will keep on working in the new design stuff. Well, that is how the latest blog post section is going to look. So that's the footer, right? I've been working on this thing for a while. It kind of looks cool. I'm trying to improve the design by just maybe I can add GitHub links to the sides, like icons maybe, but I don't want to clutter the design just a lot. And I also need to think about how this is going to look in mobile, right? I can't list 6 items on a vertical column in a mobile and the user has to keep scrolling. I don't want that. So the desktop version looks great, but I want to think about how this is going to look in the mobile version. So I think I'm going to take some time, think about how I want this to look, and then skip the second stream for today and just focus on this thing, because this is very difficult to decide. Okay, thanks for joining anyway. All right, have a good night. Bye.